very conservatively, if you look forward 10 years, it's hard for me to conceive that the S&P is not at least 6,500, probably closer to 10,000. It's hard for me to conceive that the Dow is now, 50,000 or so, probably closer to 60 or 75,000. So then we go back to current stock prices and we say, well, where else, can you hold cash in this environment? No, you're about to lose your ass. You're about to lose the best opportunity ever.
We got the best wealth transfer in history. I made millions of dollars in the last month. I made a lot of millions of dollars this year. I made a lot of millions of dollars this year since shit falls off a cliff and then it comes back again. For people that were listening to me back in, late March, early April, late March, mid-March, late March, the fucking S&P is down to 2,200, 2,190 something. And people are like, panic, fear. I said, the S&P is going to be back at fucking, it's going to be at all-time highs. It'll be back at all-time highs. In a few years, the S&P is going to be above 4,000. In 10 years, it's going to be above 6,500. It's going to triple from where it's at, and for sure in 10 years, probably much sooner. Guess what happened? Oh gee, we have that recorded, by the way. We should go get those recordings cut and show the fucking people with the dates. You remember what I was talking about there? The S&P's at 2,200 and everybody's scared. And I said, what are you scared about? It might go down more. Might go to 2,000. Might go to 1,800. Might. I doubt it. And I said it's going to be at fucking 4,000 in a year or so. And golly gee, it's about 3,600 right now.
What happens then? So what I just said is you can't make profit in CDs or your savings account or money market or treasuries. So money has to go to stocks and real estate. So I just talked about the real estate. So people are going to invest in real estate. They're going to make money on that in some areas. We can talk about that a different day. Some areas, real estate, there's going to be a lot of money to make. After all these stocks that I bought, after those appreciate, guess what? There'll be some time where those went up a lot and the real estate prices have been going down. And then I'm going to sell some of those stocks and I'll be looking at real estate deals, 6, 9, 12 months from now. I'll sell some of the stocks and I'll go buy some real estate while it's on sale. And you buy it with leverage too. And then you go make some more millions of dollars. And I'm quite excited about it. It's too early for that right now. And it'll play itself out for the next, 3 years or so. After the real estate market hits equilibrium, all the money goes back to the stock market. Because now you can't make great returns in real estate anymore. And all those other asset classes I mentioned are shit too. And now all the money pours into the stock market. Right? And that's when you see these big run-ups like you see from a lot of 2019 into early 2020 up to, say, February 2020. That's where you see that big run-up is, well, look at the chart. Look at an S&P chart. Look at a Dow chart. After you hit that equilibrium point in the real estate market, all the money goes into the stock market because you can't get a good return in the real estate market anymore either. And then all those retail investors drive up the stock prices, and they'll continue to do so until some externality comes along, like a tech bubble, like the housing crash from 1987, like the tech bubble from late in 99, 2000, like 9/11 event, like this coronavirus event, like the mortgage problem from 2008, 2009. So that'll just continue to drive up until that happens, until and you don't know when it's going to happen. It just happens. It just happens. So if you're in there at the top, you got fucked. Versus if you rode it up, real estate market gets into equilibrium, it's going to really accelerate. Well, take those profits at some point. That's a great time to be taking some profits and then be back into a cash position. So when you have an opportunity like we have right now, you'll be a tremendous beneficiary. When you have a March 18th to 23rd was amazing time in history to buy stocks. And you can't find a time where things went down so quickly. You made a shit ton of money shorting it. You buy a bunch of stuff at the bottom, and you continue to buy it as various asset classes as they rotate up. It's a dream. I keep telling you it's a dream, but it's a fucking dream. It's amazing. That inflation is going to play out in stock prices. If you looked at the charts, go do your own research on it. Okay. If you looked at the charts, and I know there's some very smart people on here, so I can't say all that stuff. Some of you people, you have PhDs, you have fancy finance degrees like I do. You got PhDs in fucking economics. Some of you are entrepreneurs that sold your own companies and, very good at math. There's a lot of engineers on here that can do math very well. I can't say this shit if it's not well-founded. If you look back at, 2008, you're going to see the Dow at like 14.5 thousand. You're going to see the S&P at about 1,500. And then you've seen in that crash that it went from 1,500 down to 666. It went down over 50%. And then you're going to see that it went from there to 3,400, 666 to 3,400, went up 500%. You're going to see the Dow from its 14.5 thousand, it went down, and then from the bottom point, it went up 400% to almost 30,000. And if you look at where we're at right now, the prices didn't go down as much in this dip as they did previous because the government was very quick to bring a lot of stimulus, trillions of dollars, unheard of amounts of money. The Fed backstopped a bunch of things. Congress gave a bunch of money. So things didn't go down as much as they would have without that intervention. But so they stopped things from getting worse, but they're also going to create the inflation from that money being out in the market, from expanding the Fed balance sheet, and from giving out all that money, printed free money to the people. That if you look forward from where we're at here, that's why I have such comfort saying, like, very conservatively, if you look forward 10 years, it's hard for me to conceive that the S&P is not at least 6,500, probably closer to 10,000. It's hard for me to conceive that the Dow is now, 50,000 or so, probably closer to 60 or 75,000. So then we go back to current stock prices and we say, well, where else, can you hold cash in this environment? No, you're about to lose your ass. You're about to lose the best opportunity ever. So, you have to be invested, and it doesn't matter at what price point. It doesn't matter if you bought. The only things you guys should be buying right now is literally mentorship programs or mastermind programs. That's what I've been paying. The only things I've been paying for, I pay for some fucking food and some basic travel and food, like my normal basic lifestyle stuff. Yeah, I'm not buying a bunch of other extravagant shit. I'm just fucking buying stocks and access to mentorship groups. If you didn't like this video, please feel free to unfollow. My clients and I celebrate when the wrong person leaves our lives. But if you did like this video, if you're a person that's dedicated to success, dedicated to a better life, make sure you like and subscribe. I have a lot more to share with you. I look forward to seeing you at one of my live events in the future, or as a client on one of my paid mentoring programs.